Matthew Knight Arena. Fans, students out in full force. This should be a good one. It is Big Ten basketball on NBC and Peacock. 14-4 Purdue Boilermakers taking on the Ducks of Oregon in the Big Ten now. And a couple of wins on the road after beating Maryland at home a week ago. And, of course, that 6-game winning streak for the Boilermakers. Ryan Dorsey, DJ Carstensen, and Vern Harris, the officiating crew, as Purdue controls the opening tip. Smith gets it back, does a little bit of everything for the Boilermakers, and does it very well.
Oh, great feel for the game, and it's tough to rush him playing at such great pace right now.
Over to Kaufman-Renn, a little bit short with the jumper, a little floater in the lane, and it's Jadrian Tracy who comes down with the rebound. So it's C.J. Cox who's in the starting lineup now. He'll be matched up defensively with Shellstad.
Shellstad, ladies and gentlemen, can go get it and get it in a hurry.
Taken away by Smith. On the run, he does that very well, too. Up and under, and draws the foul. Defense together for the Boilermakers.
He may be the best. Braden Smith getting it done.
80s for Cox. He's going to make Shellstad work throughout the entire game and try to. Brandon Angel with the screen. Came over after 4 years at Stanford. Need him to get going a bit, and he does. And one with a drive to the hoop.
But Matt Painter does not like that continuation.
Start the game the right way. I like it. Backcourt for the Boilermakers, but this man leads them in scoring. Wouldn't give up on it. Tipped it out. He's going to get it. If it's
Caleb First coming into the starting lineup has coincided with this win streak for the Purdue.
Little step back for Smith.
They're not so hung up on analytics. Go get the best shot you can. And if that's a fadeaway in the free throw line area, it's good for me.
Mid-range jumper, maybe a lost start, but not with these two teams.
Correct.
Tracy along the baseline. Shellstad, he can knock that down, and he's been doing that the last 3 games.
Junior had that offensive rebound in his hand, and Trey Kaufman-Renn deboed it out of his hand.
Keyshawn Bartholomew in trying to defend.
Defensively, they have really been staunch. This winning streak of theirs, doing a great job of playing weak side defense, coming up with the steal.
One-on-one on the block. Kaufman-Renn. Now the help from Biddle, and a little too much help that time.
Yeah,
8% from the free throw line.
His form indicates there might be a lack of confidence, because those look really good. You're getting a glimpse of how good Terry Gannon was as a player.
No, just how he could just Raleigh Burgess in the bucket from the corner. Now in off the bench for the Boilermakers.
I like Heidi guarding Shellstad, giving him a bigger body to look at.
Bartholomew penetrates, creates the kick. Bombo, where's it going? Left hand, took an extra step to get there, though. It is a couple of games a week, and it just does not let up.
No.
Oregon got blown out on this floor, gave up 109 points to Illinois. Good ball movement. Biddle will go to the free throw line as the foul.
And Nate Biddle and Jackson Shellstad.
Know it as a coach, it's going to come along at some
Best basketball yet.
Who was a head coach last year.
That's right, at DePaul University.
Good swing of the basketball. Smith creating space over Angel. Heidi the rebound, the follow, the bucket, and one. And from Modesto, California, picked up the foul.
Heidi's got a little old-fashioned in him. He's similar to a colleague of ours that we hold near and dear to our hearts, Dan Steer. And
yep.
Tim Heidi rocks that necklace and with the open shirt and everything, kind of like Dan does.
4 years at Stanford, had 1 B+, kind of like you and I, which at times in this game, which is a reactionary game.
He was 6 for 21 coming in today from the field, was Angel. So the Ducks definitely need to get him going.
Smith controls it. Oh, nice little pass. He left it for Kaufman-Renn right to the...
In particular, Braden Smith, he's going to pick you apart. If you pick him up, he's dropping it off. If you don't pick him up, mid-range all day.
First step, Angel strong to the basket. Beautiful move. You start to get a little nervous when you haven't got a three-pointer up and been out there 4 or 5 minutes. Oh, Reynolds at home. Nate Biddle. Well, down low, looks to escape. They do. Swing it. A lawyer. One and done.
These are great minutes for the Oregon Ducks because right now, Jackson Shelstad's on the bench getting ready.
Great pass. Great.
Other guys feeling good about their offense. Angel, get Biddle, and you get great quality rest on the bench for T.J. Bamba and Jackson Shelstad.
Kaufman-Renn got position, tipped up, won't give up on it, but the foul underneath. Going to go.
And adding on to
era and had been on the bench for a long time and certainly met. And this man, Jackson Shelstad at the guards. Shelstad step back, rolls it off the glass eventually.
That hit every piece of the rim.
That's a shot you take when you're really confident at the moment.
Yep.
Hard screen up there, Kaufman-Renn. Another offensive rebound for the Boilermakers. Pump fake, Warrior. Yeah, it's gonna miss the last one. Evans thought about it and eventually let it go.
Kwame Evans has so much upside, Terry, but sometimes you don't even know he's on the floor.
Smith, the floater, that's just beautiful off the glass.
Yes, it is. Taking what the defense gives him. Evans is so long, great length, but it just, to me, he's passive at times. He's a force his will to impact the game.
In about 16 minutes a game, 3 start. Shelstad short. Last 19 beyond the arc. These last 3.5 games. Kaufman-Renn uses his body. That's a strong word.
He's so good in that short roll situation. Oh, man. Barthélemy right back at him.
High screen and roll, the NBA, everything else. But it's the read day. If you do get a chance to go to practice the day before, you're going to guard that high screen and roll and how the other team's going to guard that and reading off of it.
That's right. Purdue has just had so much success with this.
Here it is again.
Yep. But Bamba is blowing it up with that physicality.
Took it right away. Gives it up to Evans for the finish.
That might be
10 with blocks. He got 34 now in the year, and just got a piece of that, created the steal. Kaufman-Renn to the bench for the Boilermakers. Change of direction. Bamba to the hoop and in.
Get into the mix.
Lob, a little bit too high for Biddle.
Purdue read that well.
Smith, fade away. Burgess got the air ball, put it back up and in, and that's how.
Glass and go get it.
Going to calm things down on this possession now for Oregon.
Oregon looks a little confused here. Barthélemy's got to make something happen.
Evans and the foul on Burgess.
On Caleb first, now he's engaged. They're trying to guard. And when you play hard,
Still, it's the shot is coming from a different place. It's tough to react.
And it's that split second that gives them an advantage.
Lawyer down to Burgess. 5-6 teams right now. These are 2 of the best, certainly, and this game could go a long way. Kaufman-Renn gets to the free throw line after the bucket. Players who in any given game might not be just a compliment.
That you're going to find in college basketball. Yeah. Not only from a production standpoint, but from a leadership standpoint as well. Bamba needs a rip right, like that. Good help by Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Tipped up. Was it still up there? Thought so initially, and definitely was still on the cylinder. I think Dana Moore reacting to the hesitation of the whistle. They did not blow the whistle.
And I mean, Jakar basketball coaching and vice versa. It's a cool.
He faded away and he changed the shot.
Great call, Terry. If NCAA would come up with a stat of shots altered, right? Biddle might be at the top of it.
Yeah.
In his role for Purdue.
Star out of the state of Minnesota at 8 starts. He was in that lineup. Bamba stopped by Lawyer. Tracy leaves it down low for Biddle, and they get the foul.
But the stat sheet doesn't show up for it. Defend your opponent. Make him uncomfortable.
Bamba fighting around the screen. Recovers, gets to Smith. Fade away, tough shot, even for him. Step in, Harris going to pick up the foul. I know you want to pressure and make Shellstrand. So Jackson to the free throw line. 80.
That is right now. And it's so fun to watch them play when their confidence is.
So full court pressure. They break it easily. Lawyer. Couple of second difference on the shot clock, game clock. Nobody better at setting things up and getting the play they want to run here than this man. Guarded by Bamba there. Lawyer. Here's the switch. Kaufman-Renn. 5 on the shot clock. Got to go. Biddle scrambling, trying to stay with Lawyer. Put it back on the floor. Turnover back to the Ducks.
Going back to our point about how important Nate Biddle is to this team. He switched it.
He stayed right with Fletcher Lawyer. Got to let it go from here to end the half. Nearly for Nate Biddle. Even had that look on his face like he expected in that first half, and just 10 of 32 from the floor for the Boilermakers. Biddle, though, with 5 blocks, opening up this.
You throw over the top for Biddle. Nice set play coming out of the halftime break by the Ducks.
See what Matt Painter set up here for their first possession of the second half. Struggle from beyond the arc with these 2 guards who can knock down threes. Fletcher Lawyer, good lead for first. Green and roll, and that little pocket pass, that little leave down low.
Definitely something that you can get better at, but you got to be pretty comfortable in those scenarios, and Braden is definitely that.
Kaufman-Renn got bumped a couple of times. Worley back in for the Ducks as Tracy goes to the bench with the 3 fouls. Another lead. First trying to finish, gets the roll inside off the dish from his point guard. Pressure at the other end.
Right about the defense has had the edge for both teams. And so it makes it a little bit difficult to put together consecutive buckets. Let's see if Purdue can accomplish that here.
Heidi, yeah. Evans a little no. Just can't get anything to go here in the second half.
Well, Purdue is taking some of those clean looks away. Barthélemy again, I think, needs to put it on the deck and create more.
Smith got hit by Barthélemy, and we'll go to the free throw line. That was in the act.
A little bit of space where he can operate.
Smith with one of the year. You mentioned it. It's what they do.
They established themselves.
You got to give a lot of credit to the coach in that situation, right?
No doubt.
At halftime, you're making changes.
Yeah. And reasserting where the emphasis needs to go.
I don't know if that's the one Dana drew up. Maybe try to get something in transition here to make it easier.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say the same thing, but Purdue did such a good job of getting back defensively.
Smith got a hand into the deck they go. Burgess up ahead to Colvin. Look out. The foul by Biddle. That was Dana. Colvin to the free throw line. Second half, it's not what Dana Altman wanted to do. That's to take out.
It's a little bit. Shellstad, one of the better conditioned guards in this league. See if he can get a 5th gear.
Angel tries to drive baseline, comes back to the left hand, crosses up and in.
And so for the Boilers.
Averaging 9 assists per game, tops in the Big Ten this year. Double on the block, cross court, deep corner 3, up and good.
Jackson, you let them hang around. Nate Biddle, Jackson Shellstad, even TJ Bamba can make plays down the stretch.
1-point game here in the Big Ten. Smith changes course. Kaufman-Renn. I mean, how many times do you see them do that? Smith leaving that little bounce pass inside to that
finish.
6 assists in the game for Braden Smith. 15 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Going to shoot this time, a little bit off. Kaufman-Renn high into the air, and there's the foul on that rebound.
PKR for that rebound.
It's the 8th team foul on the Ducks. Purdue with only 3 team fouls here in the second half. Yeah, he lived there in the first half. It's how Purdue really. His way around the bigger body to get the steal.
Can you believe that? Brandon Angel had Braden Smith pinned down, and Smith would not quit on the play. That's an All-American effort right there by Braden Smith.
Barthélemy trying to stay with him. Got some help from Angel defensively. Again in the corner. And there's your outlet. Get it to Kaufman-Renn.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful offense. You know, it doesn't have to be pass. A lot of times, Trey Kaufman, all you have to do is turn and shoot. That's a skill.
Good pass from Bartholomew in the finish. And the foul. Excellent free throw shooter. Look at that defense, Bartholomew. All over Smith. Followed by Kaufman-Renn. This time not an assist, but off.
That was a high percentage shot for Smith. He doesn't get it, but Trey Kaufman-Renn there to take advantage.
21 in the game for Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's got a double-double. Bamba. With authority to finish.
Anticipate the double team in the post.
By the way, they just won't go away.
No.
They haven't been good offensively, but they won't go away.
Oh, man.
I mean, just controls the entire game.
One of the best in college basketball.
Bartholomew, that was a tough shot. It was challenged from deep. Who came down to the rebound?
Braden Smith.
There you go.
Done everything but sell posters at halftime.
Got hit. He thought. Taken away on the break. The Ducks. Shelstad. Yes. In the past week, both he and Fletcher Lawyer going over 1,000 points. What a backcourt they have been, continue to be for Purdue.
Hey, it started from day one as freshmen together. So they are part of the most successful, one of the most successful runs of Purdue history.
Bamba called on the reach. Kaufman-Renn will go to the free throw line, the third on TJ.
It's always interesting.
Got another one.
You got to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves to go up against Trey Kaufman-Renn. I don't think that was wise.
So the lead is 6. Kind of a big possession here. Just under 3 to go. Braden. They were just late getting there. Bartholomew trailed him, and he buries it.
And Braden Smith ran so hard off of those screens that allows that separation.
Plural. Not one, but more than one.
Great call.
Biddle foul underneath on the rebound. It's going to go against Oregon. 33 left.
Scored. But they can also grind you out. Have to start taking some chances in terms of double teaming and run and jump to try to force a turnover.
3 straight road games in the Big Ten that Purdue's won by double figures. They've made a habit of it, and right now up by 10. Whistle and a foul, trying to fight around the screen. Going to be on TJ Bamba.
Make those type of decisions. If Dave Chappelle is hosting, I wasn't planning on watching that.
You're gonna watch.
I'm watching tonight.
Offensive board, Trey Kaufman-Renn. Got the shot clock. You got possession. They just make plays down the stretch.
They do. And now they're taking enough time out of the possession here to shorten the game up a little bit in their favor.
Biddle trying to stay with Kaufman-Renn and did. Got to go now if you're the Ducks.
And you want to get something going to the rim. But Purdue's been so good defensively. Tough getting downhill.
Bamba took an extra step, walking violation.
However, 5 of 24 from 3.
Break the pressure easily this time, up to Lawyer. And eventually they're going to get the man with number 3 on his back, the basketball.
Boy, the Purdue faithful being heard here on the road.
Well represented here in the Pacific Northwest. Washington a few nights ago, and now here in Eugene. Biddle the 3. Trying to give them life within 8 at the moment. Try to trap, can't get there. Easily get it across. And the foul, Bartholomew sending East 6-foot guard, maybe. And
throws and make good decisions and give yourself a chance to pull off a road victory.
Biddle quickly gets it to go. Another 3 for the big man. Oh. Didn't get it to Smith this time, and the turnover to the deck goes Shellstead. He'll go to the... And it's a two-possession game.
Heavy.
Gets it to go, down by 4. Pressure now. Lawyer finds Smith, gets it right back. When are you going after it? When are you going to foul? There it is. So you had to, waited a bit. Brandon Angel, the man who got there. And 2. Now we're about to miss.
Great point.
Oh. 1 of 2, it's another miss. So the streak comes to an end. Still got time. Still have a chance. Shellstad's going to let it fly. Tipped out. It'll be Purdue basketball.
Brian Dorsey's going to take a look.
Yeah, it's under a minute. You got 32.6 right now.
Not crazy.
Nobody back. Thought about throwing it long. Can't get it there. Harris and pro shooters are not on the floor right now.
That's right.
There's a reason.
Jakari Harris. They may not have scored a lot of points as well.
So that was a big one there. Up to 7 is the lead. A little more than a second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Phillips. Camden Heide, the reach in on Angel, trying to seal it here on the road for Purdue. Going to be arena.
Looked a lot better on him. The toughest place in the country to go get a victory is Mackey Arena. So now you're going back in the friendly confines. And ever since those Texas A&M and Auburn losses, this has been a different Purdue team. I mean, defensively, they've emerged as maybe the best defensive team in the Big Ten.
And by the way, Auburn's not bad to lose to.
Oh, man.
Phillips will get the bucket at the end with 2.6. They blow the whistle. That will do it. So Oregon hanging tight, but struggle offensively. Matt Painter's club getting another big win on the road. They go to 15-4 overall, 7-1 in the Big Ten.
When you have great defense.